Hello, welcome everybody. Matthew from therighttrader.com, back again with another cryptocurrency live stream. Lot of stuff to talk about today. We saw, the crypto market very risky and volatile throughout the weekend. Okay, we actually ended up going a little bit below $19,000. However, on the good news side of things, we actually did manage to hold above that, and that's pretty key and surprising as well in a way. Okay, so just to update you all on what's going on here, we have kind of entered a dangerous zone. However, I am personally still remaining hopeful that we will get our move up to, the 200-day moving average, okay, which is now falling pretty quickly. So now we're looking at right around $27,000 flat. We could still see a little bit higher than that, but this moving average is dropping, which is not the worst thing, okay, because that means it'll sooner flatten out, hopefully, which will really help for us to be able to get a move higher. However, what happened this weekend specifically, okay, these couple candles over here, this is something that we really need to talk about because it's super key to what might happen next. Okay, now first off, I want to say thank you to everybody joining the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, of course, we are going to be covering the biggest cryptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We're going to be looking at other cryptos as well, as per usual, and hopefully you will find all of this helpful in some type of way. So make sure to hit that like button if you're excited for the live stream, and keep in mind you can leave comments at any time, so anything you want to talk about. If you want to give us your opinion on what might happen next, / recommend any coins that you want me to do an analysis on, all you got to do is leave a comment in the comment section down below. Okay, so with that being said, folks, welcome to our 3 live viewers, and we're going to be jumping into this right away now as we start our live stream. So Bitcoin right now at $19,050. It has fallen quite a bit over the weekend. Okay, so if we look back here a few days ago from Friday, for example, okay, what you're going to notice is that we have fallen now right about 5%. Okay, so that was a pretty sizable drop, and what's interesting here is we actually did fall below the uptrend line. That's not the best thing. Now I'm still thinking we could possibly still get a bounce above that, but right now, okay, we're back in this lower range, which is, by the way, a bit of a riskier range. Okay, some of the reasons for that is because we really have this key support level of $17,600, and I'm not the only one who's got their eye on this support level. In fact, you'll see this article right here: Bitcoin risks key support as trader sees BTC price bottom at 17.6K. Okay, so a lot of people have their eyes on this specific support level that we put in back here. Okay, that also helped us form the double bottom formation, but the gist of this basically is the fact that if we were to go below 17,600, it's going to be an absolute free fall lower. Okay, we're looking at basically $14,000 till our next support level, so it's not pretty. However, on the positive side of things, okay, we did manage to, first off, as of right now, hold above $19,000. Okay, keep in mind we're right on the edge of that. In fact, to be specific here, our peak bottom on today's candle, which is the lowest we went during this weekend was actually today, was $18,860. Okay, if you follow me on Twitter, which I highly recommend you do, you will have seen that I have actually longed Bitcoin. I had longed it October 4th at $20,070. Okay, so I'm now pretty deep in the red on this position. This was a 15x leverage position. I literally did not get liquidated by about $30. So I'm very close to liquidation still, but okay, my thesis stands true as of right now, which is that I couldn't really see BTC dropping much further below $19,000, okay? And for now, that's been the case, okay? So I actually got very lucky and did not get liquidated by about $20-$30. So the peak bottom was $18,860. I don't want to start to see us going back below $19,000. Hopefully now, okay? We had a rough day in the stock market, but futures are turning green. They're actually decently green and steady here across the board. If this can continue, that gives us some hopefulness that my theory is going to stand true here, and that we are going to manage to hold the 19K level, that we're not going to go flying below that, or crashing below that, I should say, and that from there, okay, we can at the very least, you know, stay in this higher range, which, by the way, let's go ahead and put in a little support level here. So the higher range, we don't want to start heading towards the bottom half of this range, because that really puts us close to the $17,600 support level. So hopefully we'll stay above this $19,000 support level, and slowly maybe move back up higher. Hopefully, I'm hoping to see it hopefully in the next week or two, you know, get a pump back above the uptrend line and start trading in this higher range. If that doesn't happen, okay, let me go ahead and clean up the chart real quick here, because I always draw non-stop. Sorry about that. If that does not happen, meaning that we don't manage to, you know, break out higher in the next week, for example, but we do manage to stay in the upper range, which is this one right here. What could also happen is that we trade into October very, very flat, and then maybe end of October we break into our next support level above $20,000. Okay, I'm still thinking that we have a very, very good chance, however, of actually seeing our move back above our uptrend line, you know, which was carrying us quite well previously. Okay, we were really looking good actually before stocks completely crashed on Friday. And yes, for those of you who are wondering, by the way, thank you for the live 8 viewers. For those of you who are wondering, stocks are literally performing worse than crypto. Okay, and I actually have an article right here for you to take a look at. And of course, hopefully you're subscribed to this channel. If you're not, I highly recommend you do. Okay, you're watching the best cryptocurrency live streams on YouTube, and I only show news that's relevant and important to what we're talking about. Okay, it's very hard to sift through the news, find what's BS, find what's unimportant or important. There's a lot of junk in the crypto space. I'm here, my job is to help you get the best information out there. So if you appreciate that, support by leaving a like. You can also consider dropping a super chat donation, which is greatly appreciated to help support the live streams. But if not, just like the live stream, subscribe, and turn on those bell notifications. So this little article right here, new study says BTC outperformed both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ should be pretty comparable to Bitcoin, right? It's the riskier index. It has tech stocks in it, yet the NASDAQ actually substantially underperformed BTC in September. Okay, not that Bitcoin has been pumping or anything like that, but it's holding up much better than most people are expecting. In fact, right now, guess what? I didn't get liquidated. Why is that? It's because Bitcoin is actually holding up quite well here. Okay, we literally were down over 1%, I believe, in the stock market today. Friday was a disaster. Pretty much the entirety of last week was a disaster in the stock market. Okay, yet Bitcoin holding up quite nicely still. Okay, still not just going in a complete free fall. I'm just pulling up the S&P 500 index here to show you, but I mean, in the last 4 days alone, okay, we were down well over 5%. You saw on Bitcoin that we were barely down 5%. So it is holding up better, you know, not to say that we're pumping, not to say that we're safe right now, but you're actually arguably just as safe, or maybe even a little bit safer, holding Bitcoin than certain stocks or even the stock market indexes as a whole. Okay, so that's a pretty big deal in my opinion. So right here, hopefully this continues, right? We want to make sure that this continues to be the case. Now we also have some interesting bit of stuff right here. Okay, so they talk about how Ethereum dropped after the merge, and that was a buy the rumor, sell the news event. That is the tagline that I've been waiting to memorize here. This right here is so important in crypto, okay? You see very often coins pump in anticipation for things and then they instantly dump. That's what happens with Ethereum merge. Not that the merge was unsuccessful, because it performed very well, but it actually caused Ethereum to severely underperform after that, okay? They also say here that, so Of course, Bitcoin dropped a little bit this weekend, so it's not fully accurate, but Solana was one of the few outperformers here that saw monthly positive returns, okay? And gold was actually a little bit safer as well. So you can see that we weren't that far off from gold as far as Bitcoin is concerned, okay? In fact, stocks have really been causing the majority of the damage in the markets. And I just want to say a big thank you to our 10 live viewers. Thank you so much for your support, everyone. We have some comments rolling in, which is amazing. We have Iron Lux Trader, regular viewer, saying smash the like button. We've got IFL3, now also a regular viewer, saying fingers crossed for you, fella. I pulled out and only lost my fee. And then we have Heem saying XLM ideas, please, thank you. I'll take a look at XLM later in this video. Thank you all for the support, and you can support the live stream even more by giving a super chat, which is greatly appreciated to help the creation of these daily videos and these daily live streams. Now, moving forward with Bitcoin, okay, we're going to keep a very close eye on this $19,000 level throughout this live stream. We're going to look at Ethereum here. We can actually go over to Ethereum next and see how Ethereum has been performing throughout this whole thing, okay? Now, of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they do tend to move fairly similarly. You can see that Ethereum very slightly underperformed Bitcoin, okay? About 0.3% worse than Bitcoin. So not a huge difference, a little bit worse, okay? A little bit worse than last 24 hours, 0.4% more downside than Bitcoin. It's give or take. It's not that relevant in terms of what we're talking about. What is relevant in terms of what we're talking about, okay, is I'm just gonna refresh the heat map here, is this yellow line right here. If you've been watching these live streams, you might know what I'm talking about. I'm referring to our very key $1,250 support level. So this should actually probably be just a little bit higher here, okay? So right around this area of, you know, $1,250, $1,220, it's very key support for Ethereum. Now, one worrisome thing that I'm seeing right now on the chart, okay, is, and let's see, I need to maybe draw this out just a little bit more accurately here, is the fact that on this most recent move lower this weekend, we're actually moving a little bit below our uptrend line support. Keep in mind, this is a very important level, okay? You saw my previous drawings here, right? This is our symmetrical triangle formation, which is ending about mid-November, okay? So it may take until mid-November for us to complete this. However, right now we're sinking below the uptrend line. We haven't gone crashing anything yet, but this is quite dangerous. Like I said, for Bitcoin, right? Hence the title of this video. I always try to title these videos in a way that's logical for how the market is acting. Right now, things are risky. I wouldn't say they're bearish personally, because I do believe that we will actually manage to hold these levels, okay? However, saying that they're not risky would just simply be wrong, in my opinion. So right now, for Ethereum, we're just about 3 to 4% away from massive downside that would probably push us all the way down to minimum $1,000 and could be significantly below $1,000 thereafter, okay? So $1,000 would be our next support level. So you kind of see now that we really have well, we previously had about 3, now we only have about 2 support levels, maybe another one with our lower Bollinger Band, but 2 main support levels before seeing serious downside. And already losing this first support level of right around $1,225 could cause a absolute disaster for Ethereum. And guess what? You can be pretty certain that if Ethereum is crashing, it'll be the same for pretty much every single other crypto out there, okay? Now, the thing is, there's a lot of fake outs in crypto, okay? Very often, what you'll see is some kind of fake out heading into the end of the pattern formation. So for example, sometimes we see these coins, you know, break out earlier than expected. That breakout doesn't hold. We actually need to end up finishing the formation, okay? This could be the same thing. Maybe this is just a slight move lower and then we'll head back in the range. I personally think that's what it's going to be. However, we need to be very careful since we're so close to support, okay? Any move a little bit lower could really sink us fast to the downside, okay? So we really need to make sure that here, preferably, like I said, for Bitcoin, not going below $19,000 again. Very similar for Ethereum. We really don't want to see Ethereum go any bit lower than where it went at today's low of day, okay? Especially not down or below that $1,225 level. We're hitting a peak on the live stream, 14 live viewers. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. We're covering Bitcoin and Ethereum. I also wanted to go ahead right now and pull up the top performers in the last 24 hours and the worst performers as well. Welcome to the live stream. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You're watching the best cryptocurrency live streams on YouTube with the best information out there. Turn on those bell notifications and support the live stream by subscribing, liking, and consider dropping a super chat as well. Now, top performers here in the last 24 hours. Number one might surprise a lot of people. We've got Terra Classic USD, that's UST, okay? The old stable coin, which of course depegged on the Luna network. However, this is Luna Classic that we're talking about here, right? So it's a little bit different. Why? Because Luna Classic is not run by Quant. This is community owned now. It has been performing quite well. You'll actually see that, surprisingly enough here, we are very, very, very steady on UST. So we had that one pump. We ended up falling back down, stabilizing. Now we're pumping again. We'll see. If we're able to break the high here, things could get pretty interesting for UST, the stable coin, okay? So, of course, the long-term goal is for this to go back to $1, where it was stable and pegged 1-to-1 with the US dollar. Right now, right, it's trying to get some kind of recovery, okay? We saw, an initial big attempt. Now we're seeing a second attempt. Overall, though, it's still quite stable. We're holding mostly below 3 cents, so not bad. Not bad at all, okay? You can also, keep an eye on this and compare it with, not Luna, but Luna Classic. By the way, I would stay far away from the Luna token, okay? Quant has a warrant out for his arrest, I believe. So dangerous stuff over there, but Luna Classic, your community owned, okay? Just pretty stable, pretty steady at around this 0.00028 level, okay? So, the actual token itself not doing much, but UST, the stable coin, is doing quite well. This tends to happen when Bitcoin or Ethereum are dropping, okay? People tend to actually, I don't know how safe it is, but they tend to go into this as a bit of a safety play, okay? There's obviously some manipulation there through whales or whatever, but it's working, so that's what it is. As far as other key outperformers in the last 24 hours, we've got Hedera H-Bar at around 6 cents. This has a decently big community. There's a lot of big companies like Microsoft behind it, doing quite well. Moving up higher a little bit over the last 24 hours and the last 7 days as well. So obviously that's pretty strong outperformance compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. We've got Ethereum name service still holding up very nicely. Okay, I expect that to continue. Surprisingly, Monero here, very steady and green. And then not that much else to talk about in the last 24 hours. Last 7 days, is there anything interesting? We've got Convex Finance moving up about 14%. Maker up almost 20%. These are two massive key DeFi players, okay? Especially Ethereum-based DeFi players that are doing well. That's a good sign. Maker is looking like it wants to make a move back above $1,000. By any means, I think this coin should be above $1,000. Okay. We have a viewer here, potentially a new viewer, Reformed Roller, saying, "Nice live stream, bro. Do you ever look at EOS or Elrond?" Yes, I do. And right when we get through this segment here, we can go ahead and take some look at some altcoins. So anybody else who wants me to take a look at some altcoins, let me know which coins you want me to cover in the comment section down below. And I'm interested in your opinion if you think, we are going to manage to hold these levels for Bitcoin or Ethereum, or if we're going to sink lower. Seriously, let me know down in the comments below. We're an interactive community. This is meant for talking and chatting with each other. So that's what we're here for, okay? Now, as far as some of the other coins out there, XRP still doing very, very well. Very impressed with XRP. It was actually peaking above 50 cents at one point this weekend. Right now, a little bit below that, but still holding steady right around that 50 cent level, okay? So those are as far as the coins that are performing a little bit better than the rest. Now, in terms of underperformers, we've got Apecoin. Why is Apecoin underperforming? Well, this is actually a coin that a lot of you ask me about on a regular basis, so I'm sure a lot of you are interested in why Apecoin might be underperforming, okay? And guess what? I've got the answer for you right here. If I can find the article, there it is. Like I said, folks, I want to provide you with the best content in crypto. I only give information that's important in the crypto space, okay? And this is certainly important because this is one of the biggest hype coins. It's very related to NFTs, etc. So why is it crashing over almost 10% here? Okay, so we're back below $5, unfortunately, on Apecoin. That's because the SEC, of course, having already destroyed a lot of the crypto market, is digging into Bored Ape creator Yuga Labs. Okay, so these are the creators behind the Apecoin token and also behind the Bored Apes. They're very important in the NFT space, one of the biggest projects out there. The SEC is investigating them over securities violations. Okay, so this is pretty typical. We've seen the SEC doing this time and time again for different coins. They did this to, of course, XRP. They did this to many other coins out there, okay? Some maybe with better reasons than others, but whenever this happens, it's going to cause quite a bit of fear, okay? So you can see here, Yuga Labs is reportedly being investigated over the sale of Bored Ape NFTs and distribution of Apecoin. Like I said, this is a key player, one of the top projects in that type of industry. So it's going to cause some jitters for NFTs and, of course, their token directly, okay? It has actually made it in the top 100, the worst outperformer in the last 24 hours. Is this that big of an issue? In my opinion, however, quite frankly, not really, okay? Now, you need to be careful because we haven't gotten clear answers on some of these rulings of the SEC. However, if we look at the token itself, okay, it's still in a fairly safe area. You know, even if we were to go at $4, $3, I think this token is going to survive in the long term, folks. We have a huge amount of upside currently from where we are at back to the all-time highs, which was not even that big of a market cap for a coin like this. So if you like Bored Apes, if you like Yuga Labs, this could be a good buying opportunity. Granted, there's a pretty substantial amount of risk, and of course, this is not financial advice, but in the long term, I think this one is going to pull through, which means that when there's this type of panic and fear, it tends to be when those are the best prices, okay? I'm also pulling up here the Fear and Greed Index. We are still in extreme fear. It's been pretty steady at around the 24 level. I've been watching this here, keeping an eye on this, adding this to these live streams. So you can see here the historical values, okay? So right now we're at 24. Yesterday we were at 22. Last week we were at around 20. Last month, however, we were at 26. So we've been fairly consistent in this extreme fear area. Will it move to that greed area? I think so. Could we see a big drop before that? It's possible, okay? It's possible. The markets are obviously very, very jittery right now. That's why I'm always eyeing stocks to see what might happen next. We also have key inflation data coming out later this week, okay? Now, I know that some people don't like to hear about stock market stuff, but the fact of the matter is that this stock market stuff is directly affecting your crypto, so you really should be paying attention to what I'm saying here, okay? Now, what's going on here is that, we're going to get the Fed minutes and the key inflation data, okay? Now, these readings, when they come out, it's a big deal for the markets, okay? It can really cause the market to pump or drop substantially. Now, you can see here that it's due to be released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics on Wednesday, okay? And we really want to see inflation start dropping a bit here, in as soon as possible, pretty much. The longer we get these readings and it's the same or even higher, it can cause absolute destruction of crypto and other risk assets as they're being priced, okay? So super important stuff. I'll be here to update you when that comes out. And by the way, as far as other important news pieces, we do have the oldest bank in America, BNY Mellon, can now custody Bitcoin and Ethereum. I brought this up because we're seeing many, many big institutions and companies diving into crypto when, a lot of retail is not paying attention. Maybe they sold out, etc., okay? Probably a lot got liquidated as well. So big companies, institutions, they're setting themselves up for the next bull run. I think it's quite obvious, in my opinion, okay? From mining companies to institutions, it's all painting the same picture as they're continuing to set themselves up, okay? So that is something that I wanted to mention as well. Now, right here, Bitcoin recovers 19K through inflation fears haunt market, okay? So, like I talked about, we have this inflation reading coming up. That's going to be Wednesday. Bitcoin is very jittery due to this, okay? This has been one of the main reasons for Bitcoin's drops is that high inflation, okay? Should that be the case long term? I don't think so, but that's how the market is judging it. They're seeing the inflation, it's causing massive panic in the market, and it causes the riskier assets to dump, which unfortunately Bitcoin is still considered a risky asset, although I don't think that's a fair term. It's how the market is pricing it, okay? As far as other underperformers, Stellar, Chainlink, Uniswap, I think this one is going to recover very well. However, Polygon, once again, should be pretty steady in this market. This is my biggest position. If it goes very low, I might even consider adding some more. Disclaimer there. Sandbox doing quite bad as well. Now, as far as other news here, so of course it recovered 19K. We're hoping that it's going to hold that 19K level. That's very key, okay? So you can see here, but the market recovered as US stocks rebounded. That's why I was talking about the futures. This is good that it's green. If we get a nice big green day tomorrow, we could really get into, or I should say out of the riskier territory that we have now put ourselves in over the weekend, okay? So pulling up my chart here, ignore the messiness. We want to stay as high above $19,000 basically to avoid getting a disaster here for crypto, okay? So you see I split this range into two different pieces. I'll go ahead and change the color of the middle line. We'll go ahead and put this blue. So you can see here the lower range and the higher range. We want to stay in this higher range. We want to stay above $19,000. We've got Vernon Fondong, regular viewer here. I believe he also left a super chat. Thank you so much for the support. And please, anybody else, consider dropping a super chat to help support these live streams. Vernon is saying, thanks for the live stream to keep us informed. What is your current sentiment on the crypto market? Are the charts still supporting a relief rally in the next week or so? Now, like I said, we're very risky. I do, however, still believe that we are going to see a relief rally, like you were saying, in the next week or two, okay? However, we want to make sure we hold as high above $19,000 to make sure we can still see that happen. Because now, due to us being in this lower range, we need to basically get back above this little uptrend line over here to see that, okay? So right now, the rally might at the very least be slowed a little bit. But if we can already get back in this range, it'll make it more likely to get a pump towards end of October, okay? So the market is still taking its time here, which is fine. We just want to make sure that we hold above the key support levels. Right now, today specifically, in the next week, we're really looking at 19,000, which are right on top of it. As for a little bit lower, that's 17,600 for Bitcoin. Just repeating here for people who might have just jumped in the stream. For Ethereum, we're looking at $1,250 to $1,225. That's the key support level for Ethereum, okay? Chart pretty steady, chart pretty flat. There's no actual signs of a major crash or anything like that happening, but the market is scared, so we're seeing that downward pressure still, okay? That's what's happening right now. So just making sure here, other bits of news. Google partners with Coinbase to accept crypto payments for cloud services. This is crazy news, okay? Google, like this, partnering with Coinbase, one of the biggest exchanges. What did I just talk to you guys about? Seriously, Bank of New York Mellon, okay? Guess what? They're getting into crypto. Guess who else is getting involved in crypto? Google. Google with Coinbase. Do you not see the pattern that I'm pointing here, guys? I always talk about this. I feel like people don't understand what this means for the long term. We're not going to pump necessarily off of this instantly. This is not going to flip the whole market bullish with the amount of fear we have, right? Just look at the fear and greed index. But what it will do in the long term is, you know, this is already a hint basically that this is going to go mainstream, more mainstream than anybody else could think, okay? Google would not be partnering with Coinbase if they didn't think that was going to be the case. If they didn't think there would be a need for these crypto payments. You can also see here the tech giant will also use Coinbase custody service, Coinbase Prime. You might want to ask yourselves, why are they doing that? Prime is considered their premium service, they're expecting a lot of money to be involved in this, okay? So you can see here, we believe more partnerships with traditional players will follow as the crypto economy expands longer term. I didn't even read this bit, I just read it now. That's exactly what I was saying. Coinbase will look more like an integrated digital asset enabler than a pure play crypto exchange, okay? So yes, I know some people don't like Coinbase. I've personally never had a problem with them personally, but as a big company in the crypto space, you know, anything that they're doing that's positive should be good for your crypto as well in the long term. Okay, Web3 is coming very, very soon, folks, and the big players are going to already be involved in it, whether you like it or not, whether you or I like it or not. Okay, I would prefer more, you know, capitalism, more diversified companies, but we're seeing crypto exchanges like FTX just eat up every single bit of the crypto space. Okay, so we're seeing some monopolies being created, in my opinion. FTX is buying up exchanges, buying up assets of exchanges like Voyager. Now they just partnered with Visa to roll out crypto debit cards across 40 countries. You know, I think you all see where this is heading. Other really, really good news. This is awesome news for an Avalanche holder like me. OpenSea adds Avalanche NFT support. I honestly was not expecting this. This was kind of out of nowhere. I don't know if there was any hints of this happening, but I didn't know that this was going to happen. And, you know, OpenSea has been adding, I've been quite pleased personally with OpenSea. I mean, they've been adding a lot of support for other, you know, layer 2 or other proof of stake networks. Okay. So, of course, Ethereum is their mainstay. I still think Ethereum will be the biggest there. But we have Solana, we have Polygon now, Avalanche. So we've got a few other networks, which is pretty cool, okay? And of course, if you're an Avalanche owner, you know how good and functional the Avalanche network is, then you're quite happy with this, okay? I would have no problem trading or investing in NFTs on Avalanche. Like I said, Ethereum is kind of the gold standard with that, but the blockchain itself, in my opinion, is great, okay? Which is why it's my second biggest crypto holding, if I'm not mistaken. Now, you can see here some of the pictures of main projects on NFT Avalanche, and you know, pretty big partnership, right? They now support blockchains of Ethereum, Polygon, Clayton, Solana, Optimism, Arbitrum, and now Avalanche. So they're really, really upgrading their expansion here. It's good for the NFT market. It's good for some of these proof of stake alternative networks. We also see some good news for Polygon, despite it dropping a little bit here. Polygon is literally one of the best networks out there right now in terms of its partnerships. You know, it partnered with Robinhood, etc. Uniswap and Aave pile into Polygon's speedy rollup testnet for Ethereum. This is something that could be huge for Ethereum, and it could be huge for Polygon. Okay, they tend to play off each other. Polygon rolled out its first public testnet for its rollup solution ZK EVM, with blue chip DeFi projects such as Uniswap and Aave jumping on board. Very, very, very important news here. Now, we can always refer back to DeFi Llama. I pull this up on nearly a weekly basis. We can go ahead and refresh here, see what's happening with the total value locked in the DeFi space. It's quite steady right now, okay? So it's good that we're not completely crashing. A little bit downside here in the last few days, but that's to be expected with the fact that the market has dropped a very similar amount. You know, always keeping an eye on Ethereum, keeping an eye on that total value locked. I really don't want to see the total value locked on Ethereum go below $30 billion, but it might happen, right? It all depends on what the market is going to do here. Of course, we are still a bit in the red across the board. We've got a few altcoins outperforming. I believe some of the smaller altcoins will continue to outperform quite heavily, but Bitcoin and Ethereum at the very least here are holding up, okay? Bitcoin is right now we speak. Let's go ahead and see on my trading view chart, but we just moved, here we're still at 19,031. However, on the more wider average, we're at around 19,050, okay? So like I said, really, really want to hold above $19,000 here. We have Reformed Roller saying, definitely agree with you long term. By the way, we're going to get to all the coins that have been mentioned in the comments, okay? Heem's asking about XLM, Reformed Roller for EOS and Elrond. We're going to be taking a look at this. We also have Heems who said OBV bearish divergence on BTC daily could go lower. It's important to take a look at all those different indicators, right? I'm not mistaken, that's a volume indicator. By the way, if you want to learn more about technical analysis, I've got my technical analysis master course, link in the description. Less than $20, 30-day money back guarantee. You've got nothing to lose by giving it a try. You can also go ahead and follow me on Twitter for live cryptocurrency market updates, and you can follow me on TikTok for shorter market update videos as well. Those can be found in the link in the description of this video. And of course, you can support the live stream even more through giving a super chat, which is greatly appreciated for the work I do on these daily videos. Okay, now as far as you know, that Polygon news, that's very good for Polygon, very good for Ethereum. Like I said, Ethereum pretty flat here, but dropping a bit in terms of that TVL. Polygon very flat as well. Okay, we actually do have some projects on Polygon, some DeFi projects, decentralized applications that have actually been doing quite well in the last month. We got Curve here, up 10% in terms of TVL. Uniswap up a pretty big 20% because Uniswap is now on Polygon. So this is all good news, of course, okay? But the overall pattern, right, we are in a very rough market spot right now. So as far as digging into those other coins that some of you were asking about, let's get right into it. Okay, so first up, mentioned by Heems, we've got XLM. Let's go ahead and take a look at what XLM has been doing. XLM here showing some similar patterns as to what good old XRP was doing, because they tend to be like sister coins a little bit. As far as our levels here, we are looking at a pretty tight range between 10 cents and right about 13-15 cents area. Okay, that's kind of in line with our 200-day moving average. I expect this to stay quite steady, quite flat until the market gets a wider pump, or if XRP specifically gets a very big move higher. Okay, so that's what's up with XLM. As far as EOS, let's go ahead and take a look at EOS. This, you know, was back in the day kind of a competitor to Ethereum. It's never really built into what it was supposed to be, or it never managed to grow as it wanted to, let's say. But, you know, it's right around $1. Could this fall below that? It's quite possible. I don't really see major catalysts for this right now, so I'd be careful with this one. Okay, at best I see this consolidating. I could also see this start sinking below $1, unfortunately. Elrond is a pretty good proof of stake protocol, so let's go ahead and see what's going on with Elrond here. EGLD is the ticker. This one is actually looking pretty strong. It's not pumping or anything like that per se, but it is holding very nicely in its range. Okay, it's actually a little bit higher in the higher area of its range. We could draw this a little bit higher as well, and it's also looking like it does want to go and test that 200-day moving average, the red line here, right around $82. So actually not looking too bad there. With that being said, folks, we only have 4 live viewers here. What's going on? Is the stream quality good? Is everything running smoothly? The audio, the video quality? Let me know in the comments down below. If you have any other coins you want me to take a look at, please let me know in the comments down below. Now is your time, folks. Now is your time. You can also like this video, share it with your friends who are into cryptocurrency. Keep in mind, these live streams are always re-uploaded, okay, on a immediate basis right after the live stream, so you can rewatch anything you missed. Like I said, this is your chance here to ask about any other coins that you may be wondering about. Just taking a water break because I'm talking non-stop as per usual. But thank you all for the support, everybody here. Been about 38 minutes live. Just waiting to see if there's any other issues with the live stream or any other coins you want me to take a look at. We've got Vernon saying the video quality is good, but folks might be getting frustrated with the ads. Can we take a look at Quant, please? Yes, absolutely. We'll be taking a look at Quant, no problem. I actually forgot to mention Quant because I saw it here that it was actually above $150. And guess what? That was one of my target price levels. So exactly what I said. And yes, about the ads, of course, it's not fun. However, the live streams need to, make money somehow. Okay. If you guys want less ads, please, please, please drop more super chats. If I'm getting enough super chats, I probably won't even run ads on these live streams, okay? With that being said, I can't provide this level of content for absolutely free. You can also support with the Technical Analysis Master Course. Now, for Quant specifically here, pulling up. So, Quant, let's see here. I forgot which exchange I had drawn my previous chart on. Very strong cup and handle pattern here, though. Let's go ahead and see where I had drawn out the... maybe some more of the information. Yeah, it's really looking like this this pattern is playing out here just as expected for Quant in terms of that that double cup and handle formation. So of course we're looking at maybe the beginning of this, but I mean it is panning out here, so I do expect this to continue, give or take something like this. Our uptrend is still holding, and wow, I drew that a little bit ridiculously here up top. Let me just pull that down as such. Right, it can be a little bit hard to draw these out nicely, but you guys get the general idea here of where our support and resistance is on this. And of course, as far as what might happen next, now that we reached this level of $150, same thing. Okay, yes, we might see a little bit of up and down price action, but overall, right, we see this uptrend line, the purple line that I draw out. You see this overall kind of cup and handle pattern, so expect very similar price move. Okay, as we head further in time, if this holds, which I do think it will, we'll probably even increase the pace of moving higher here for Quant. So Quant still looking like one of the best coins in the entire cryptocurrency market. Yes, you heard it here first. My calls on it have been pretty much 100% accurate. And, last 7 days up 10%, just about. Last 14 days still doing good. Very, very steady, guys. I mean, you're not seeing many coins perform like this. This has been actually the best performing altcoin in the crypto space in the last few months. And it's not showing any signs of stopping. I mean, it's literally up a little bit today in the last 24 hours. It's holding its $150 level very nicely. Yes, we could pull back a little bit below that. We're looking very good to hold these levels, continue the steadiness of these moves, and overall, right, even if we get pullbacks, hold this overall cup and handle pattern. That should, increase the bullishness, increase the speed of moving higher as we move forward here. So looking really, really good. That's Quant cryptocurrency. I made an entire video analysis on this coins if you may be interested in it. And 5 live viewers here. Still waiting to see if any of you want to take a look or want me to take a look at any other altcoins out there. Okay, we took a look at Quant, EOS, XLM. There are many other coins out there that we didn't take a look at. So if you want me to take a look at it, I will go ahead and do that. I just saw a viewer here, more so one, asking about Bancor. Bancor is actually a pretty old coin, which I do like. I haven't taken a look at this one in a while. And this coin has been around. I believe this is an exchange coin. It's been around since 2017. That's quite rare. Okay. That makes it one of the older coins out there. It's kind of back at its support level. This coin is probably not going to go, below 25 cents. But it might take a while to consolidate, right? Like in the previous crypto winter. So it does tend to go very high on the bull markets though. Pretty extreme play. I mean, we're looking at literally a potential 20x on this. So, I mean, thank you for mentioning that, more so. And by the way, I haven't seen your name before. So if you haven't seen the live streams, make sure to subscribe. You're watching the best live streams on YouTube. We're looking at a massive 2,000% pretty much gain on the dot back to the all-time highs for Bancor. Okay. So if you believe this is going to stay around, this is going to do good in the next bull market, that's a serious gain. It's a bit of a different type of coin. You can see how it moves. It's very flat, tends to not do much of anything in the bear markets, in the crypto winters, which is of course to be expected, right? But when it pumps, it really does pump. So, maybe medium risk, but very, very high reward play there for Bancor. I mean, 2,000% gain, that's huge. Okay, there's not that many coins that provide that upside potential. I did want to cover XRP. Of course, there are a lot of XRP fans, XRP army out there. A very important coin to cover for the entire market. I mean, any bullish news about the SEC lawsuit could cause XRP to go flying higher. So here we are looking at XRP. Now, as far as the price movement is concerned, we are looking at, you know, stability at anything above 45 cents, it seems like. You know, we actually still have our uptrend line that's holding here, or just about, right? Just about right on top of that uptrend line. If we fall below it, not that worried. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of support at 40 cents here. I think this coin is going to hold up, and I do think it's actually going to go higher here. So you already know my opinion. Yes, we might end up needing some more time between 40 cents and 55 cents, but overall, XRP is doing very well. But it's seeing its a bit of weakness come in here as the market is dropping, so got a bit of a downtrend here on the indicators. And let's go back to Bitcoin here. I really want to keep an eye on this $19,000 level for Bitcoin. If you watched earlier in the stream, we're slowly moving a little bit lower, but then again, this has been happening since literally several hours ago this morning. You know, we're right on top of this $19,000 level. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens. If we do get a crash, right, if we do see any type of more bearish price action come into play, I'll make a live stream. I will maybe even make an emergency live stream if that needs to be done. What I don't like right now is we're right on the support level, right on the edge of a cliff, so to say. Stocks actually holding up here. They're bouncing. Yet Bitcoin right now is having a lot of trouble moving higher. Okay, yes, we're somehow managing to not completely crumble, which is already, you know, amazing, but it can only last so long. We need to see buyers start coming in, supporting the price and kicking this up higher, or else we're really, really in dangerous territory, okay? If we aren't already. Now, you can go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below any other coins you want me to take a look at. Like our regular viewer, Ira Lux Trader said, smash that like button, support the live stream, turn on those bell notifications, and of course consider dropping a super chat donation like some of our regulars here have already done, such as Vernon. It greatly supports the live streams, folks. So please consider dropping a super chat to support the live streams. I'm sure everybody else will be grateful. It helps the creation of these daily videos, these daily you know, contents and insights for all of you in the crypto space, okay? Like I said here, we talk about a lot of coins, altcoins, the bigger coins alike. We take a look at key news pieces in the crypto space, okay? This is stuff that, you know, takes a lot of time. There's so much junky news in the crypto space. I don't want you all to waste your time with stuff that's not important. If you're going to be researching this stuff, if you're going to be interested in the crypto space, I want you to keep an eye on the best news out there, the most important news out there. That's what I'm here to do, okay? We also like to take a look at indicators like the Fear and Gauge Index. Right now at 24, still in extreme fear. Keep in mind, of course, any good buying opportunity will probably be in the fear area, but that comes with added fear, added risk, right? That's the name of the game. As far as the one-day performance here, still looking kind of flat, but at dangerous levels here for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin arguably even closer to the danger than ETH right now. Last 7 days, we can see that we have fallen now on, you know, a lot of coins out there, except a few exceptions, and some coins really taking hits here. Some of the altcoins that were doing good, you know, Solana, AVAX, pretty big hits here on these. Ethereum Classic, wow, Ethereum Classic is down to 23 bucks. Let me go and check that out. That's quite low. Yeah, that fell a lot there. Probably a sell-off from people thinking that it was going to pump after the Ethereum merge. Didn't end up happening, so now people are selling that off. All this stuff is correlated. There's always a reason for why stuff is happening. It doesn't just happen out of nowhere. Let's see here. More so saying, thanks, man. Different time zone here in the UK. Okay, I know some of our UK viewers try hopping in the stream, so I appreciate the support. More so, hopefully you can join us regularly, and I appreciate the support all the way from the UK. So here for today, here, unless you all have any other questions, this might be it. I would love to receive a super chat You know, it is very motivating for me, and you know, I need these super chats to continue doing this on a daily basis, guys. This is a bear market for me just as much as it is for you. If you appreciate these insights and you appreciate the support, consider a super chat. We might also be rolling out channel memberships for exclusive live streams for those of you who are really into this channel. So let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in as well, okay? I'm all about giving you all the most premium content possible that is hopefully worth your time at the very least. So 7 viewers here. We are, you know, currently at a global market cap of $956 billion. We're down about 1% in the last 24 hours. We need to try and climb back above $1 trillion in global cryptocurrency market cap to get added bullishness. And while we did get another super chat from Vernon Fondong here, regular viewer, also regular supporter of the live streams. Guys, please say thank you to Vernon in the live stream for supporting today's live stream. Thank you so much, Vernon. I truly do appreciate it. You don't know how much it means to me, and it's people like you who make me be able to keep doing this on a daily basis. So huge thank you to Vernon Fondong for supporting once again these live streams with a super chat donation of $5. Okay, anybody else who drops super chat, it's greatly appreciated and it helps the daily creation of these videos. So please say thank you as well in the chat to Vernon. I'm sure everyone appreciates it, and I certainly do. So big thank you to Fernand here. Gotta give a shout out to the people who are supporting me with the daily content creation. We got Chaps Vlogs here dropping a comment. Market will keep going like that until 13th of October morning, until inflation report is out. So yes, right. We talked about that Wednesday inflation reading, okay? You know, which is very key for what might happen next in the market, okay? So that's going to be that key inflation data and the Fed minutes. Very important stuff. I will, of course, be covering this when the news comes out. And hopefully the crypto market will strengthen a little bit by then, okay? I don't want to be heading into this on the edge of a cliff. I want some room for a little bit of volatility, okay? Because right now we're already, you know, so close to the edge here that I don't want to be heading into an event like that that's already high risk, that already causes the market to panic a bit, you know, with no room to bounce around a bit. So hopefully we'll be maybe towards 19,300, 19,500, preferably as close as possible to $20,000 by the time that data comes out here Wednesday. So with that being said, folks, this is going to be the end of today's live stream. And once again, huge thank you to Vernon for supporting the live stream today and in the past as well. Okay, so you know, I can't appreciate how thankful I am for people like you who help make this channel alive with these daily live streams. Thank you so much for once again supporting the channel. Big thank you, and I will be mentioning you as well in the beginning of my next live stream, hopefully. And of course, Renan, I hope to see you here regularly on the live streams. To everybody else who watched and supported this live stream through likes or any other means, thank you so much once again, guys. Follow me on Twitter, live market updates there. We've got TikTok short videos and the technical analysis master report. So with that being said, we are now in the month of October. Hopefully we'll start to see more bullishness come into the market. We're seeing Bitcoin hold the $19,000, which is what I'm talking about, right? It really is holding it. And by the way, we have Renan saying, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Renan. You're honestly amazing. So heading into October here, right? We're heading towards mid-October. Things are, you know, holding up. We had a bit of up and down. Right now we're looking risky again, but we are still above that 19K level. And as you saw, we bounced around here between $19,000 and $19,050 throughout this entire live stream. We didn't actually really go above that, but guess what? We are holding above $19,000, which is why I made this live stream today here to tell you, if you saw my last two live streams where I was maybe a little bit more bullish, expecting a, like we had someone say earlier in this video here, a market rally higher. I believe it was Renan who said that. Yes, I still think we're going to get the move to 27K. That could happen in the next week or two. We just need to hold above these levels, and right now we are still holding above this $19,000 level, so I'm confirming my personal prediction. Once again, that's not financial advice. It is just my own personal expectation and prediction based on my experience. So please make sure to always trade at your own risk, folks. Be careful out there. The market is volatile. It's moving up and down. Certain people have gotten wrecked on riskier assets in the crypto space, options, stuff like that. So be careful, right? Pay attention to the key support levels. That's always going to be key. And once again, folks, make sure to trade at your own risk. None of this is financial advice. Huge thank you to Vernon once again for that big $5 super chat donation. And I'll be seeing you all very soon here, probably when the new inflation data comes out, okay? That's going to be the talking point here afterwards is, what does that mean if we are higher in inflation? That's going to be a disaster, okay? So hopefully we're at the very least flat, or hopefully starting to see inflation decrease a bit. That would be very good for the market. With that being said, folks, Bitcoin is moving up higher in this $19,000 range. Really want to see this go back above $19,100, $19,200. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe.